Elena. Hey, congratulations for Escape
Hi.
the Field.
Thank you so much. So happy to talk with you. Gig, nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful film, such a thrilling horror film in its own way. But what initially attracted you to a project like this?
I've always wanted to do a horror film. I love this genre. I'm the kind of person on Halloween who all the only thing I want to do is be by myself in a dark room watching horror movies and getting scared and fearing for my life. That I don't know. It's a weird thing. And so to get to do this film was something on my bucket list. It was also it was my first time back into filming after the pandemic. So we filmed September 2020. It's 2 years ago. It's been quite a while. And so it was when I got the phone call, I was like, oh my gosh, I can go back to work. Like our production's up and running again. Like I was so thrilled. And because of the nature of the film and the timing of it, that there was so many cast changeover and people that couldn't do it. So I got this phone call less than a week before I started shooting. So it was a very exciting moment. Exciting moment to be back now. Yeah.
So are you implying that this was your first horror genre project for yourself?
I forgot I did an interview before. I forgot that one of my very first projects I did was Repo the Genetic Opera. That was like I completely forgot about that. But this one was as a different one. It was more more ensemble based. There was just the six of us. It was a very different character. So this is my first time screaming my head off, and it felt amazing.
it's so you enjoy playing this character for screaming her head off, or was it?
Yeah, I love screaming. It's a weird. I'm a singer too, so I sing all kinds of genres, but rock is like getting to scream is like one of my favorite things to do. So I was kind of this was perfect for me.
This is terrific. Now, I guess one of the main things that everyone will notice is that it's basically one set throughout the entire production. Was this on a manufactured set, or was this actually on some cornfield in some farm somewhere?
This was a real cornfield out in Vaughan, Ontario. And it was my first time in a cornfield. So that was interesting to play too, because they're really creepy. During the day, this is September, so it was kind of like great, perfect weather during the day, and then at night it would just get cold, just suddenly cold, and then it gets dark and you suddenly have these lights, and then you can hear like it's own character in a way. You can hear it move, you can hear things coming. There's a presence in it. We're always like moving through it. How we tackle scenes in it and finding where we're going to shoot within the corn. We became one with the corn. And it was pretty awesome. And I think because it was outside in a cornfield with only a small cast, that's how we were able to start filming. It was one of the first productions that was able to go ahead like after the pandemic. We're very grateful for it.
And I want to take note of the fact that your character had an outfit that I would say wouldn't be comfortable in that setting.
No, it was not comfortable. It was, during the day, again, when the sun is shining, we had some nice sun peeking through, but then at night it would get really cold. The thing is, Jordan's also Canadian, but I am I had like an ego about it. I was like, I can do the cold. I've filmed outdoors in Calgary before in the winter. Like, bring it on. I'm not delicate. Don't treat me like I'm a delicate person. Let's go. And I remember like late at night, like I know like Theo and Shane are like from like Alabama and Texas, right? And they're like, what is this? Why is it so cold? And they'd be like, guys, we're rolling. and they're all like shivering in their jackets, like nobody wants to give their jacket up, and I'm just like, let's do this. And I just like take off my jacket. So once Denise took her jacket off, and all the other actors feel bad because I had the least amount of clothing. They're like, okay, she's like, let's go, let's shoot. So yeah, it's weird. I've done a lot of outdoor shoots in the winter in Canada. I don't know why people just like seeing me freeze, but I've done it, and it's for this film it really did add to the scenes.
Yeah, but navigating through like corn and dirt shouldn't be that easy, especially in that outfit.
No, it was, it really wasn't that bad. I wasn't too bothered because it added to the character and her situation. She clearly comes from, from wealth and privilege, and this is her nightmare. Like, she's like, how did I end up here? This is not what I do. I'm not a camper. I don't do outdoors. So this kind of like bitterness about it. And the thing with Denise is like, she knows more about what's going on with all of them than the others do, and that she lets on. So all of that, actually, I really welcome that discomfort. Whenever as an actor, when you feel that discomfort on set, or like the weather or the elements, it adds so much to your character that you just kind of can give to it, and it gives to a better performance. So I wasn't complaining as an actor.
all this in the name of art
it's crazy, right? It's crazy.
Now, you said this is a small, intimate cast. How did you folks get along out there? I mean, what's the energy like, in the middle of the cornfield?
Well, like I said, I joined this project like less than a week before I started filming, and they had done a 2-week quarantine together in the hotel. So it was, I remember being very intimidated joining this cast, and you've got real heavy hitters. Shane West is incredible. Thea Rossi, Jordan Claire Robbins. I at first I didn't even recognize her. I watched Umbrella Academy, and I'm like, oh my God, you're the mom robot. Like she's incredible in this film. So it was intimidating joining a cast like this. But like once I remember my first time there, I went into a rehearsal, and everyone was just so kind. And what we did is, and they were like, we're getting pizza. We got pizza, and we watched some horror movies together. So it was a beautiful welcome into the cast, and yeah, I mean, they were all so lovely to work with. I had a great time.
Golly, I didn't even know she was in Umbrella Academy.
Right, like I was like, who? Oh, she's Umbrella Academy. Who does she play? And then I told her, I was like, you playing that mom, it's such a creepy role. She balances that so well, and you can see it in this film. I think she does an incredible job in this too. I'm really proud of her.
So since now you got horror under your belt, do you want something to do more, something like this again?
Oh yes, absolutely. I love horror. I love it in a heartbeat.
Now, Elena, one of the things that I want to talk to you about is I just got out of CinemaCon last week, and Joe Coy presented it Easter Sunday. So I have to ask, are you Filipino, or are you a different ethnicity?
I'm Filipino. Ay, nako, of course, I'm Filipina. I am Filipina. I'm mixed, Filipino Chinese. But what doing this film was just, oh my gosh. For the first time, like I looked around, there was this dinner scene we do, and I looked around and I went, oh my God, like this is my story. This is my story. This is my family. This is what my life is. And it's been missing in so much of the work in my career that I'm so proud of, but I've never gotten to just play me and my family in something before. So I'm so happy you got that teaser, and I cannot wait for you to see it. This is an exciting year for me. I've got a few films coming out in different genres. So this has been a dream.
And before I forget, because people will be watching or listening to this, that the film we're talking about is Easter Sunday.
That one's Easter Sunday. Yes, this one is Escape the Field. So we go from horror. It's weird. I've got a horror film thriller coming out in May, and then Easter Sunday's coming out in August. But then I'll be, my Christmas, one should come out at Christmas. Maybe we'll align finally near the end of the year. But it's just kind of like, yeah, that's my year. But happy.
You even have a Christmas movie coming out too.
I may or may not be finding love at Christmas. I may or may not. I'm all over the place. Yeah, I love it.
So, with all these different genres, what type of genre do you enjoy doing the most then?
It's so hard.
Sounds like musicals.
Musical. You know what? I've only done musicals on stage. I've done many musicals on stage, but I've never done a musical for film. So yeah, let's put that in there. I want to do a musical on film. I've sung in things. I've sung like I'm on a show, Jan, which is a comedy. I love comedy. Comedy is kind of where my heart is, but I did get to sing an episode of that. But I would love to do a musical. I would love to do a musical theater film. Something where I sing. Yeah, let's put that on the bucket list. Do it.
That is terrific. Well, Elena, hey, I really appreciate you speaking to us about Escape the Field. I want to go deeper, but I don't want to spoil things.
I know.
It's just one of those films where like people have to watch it and then understand your character in a film like this. But I have to admit, I would be scared being out in the middle of an endless cornfield like that.
That's what was so great about it. It was scary, and screaming in the middle of a dark field, empty, and hearing it reverberate. Ooh, loved it. Love it.
Well, we appreciate you carrying this conversation with us. Can't wait to see. Everyone can't wait to see you in Escape the Field, and then August for Easter Sunday, and then hopefully your Christmas movie. You almost got every holiday kind of right. A horror movie should be in October, but that's okay.
It's a little, yeah, I'm trying to mix it up. I'm trying to surprise you. Yeah, it's good.
And you've done it. Can't wait to see you in more projects after this. But thank you for speaking to us about your very busy year.
No, thank you so much. I hope to chat with you again down the road.
Let's do that. Thank you.
All right. Bye, Gig. Thank you so much.